Long time no see. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's been a while. It's been about 6 months since the last time I was on camera for this channel. It was my friend's GR Corolla, and in that video, I said I sold my Subaru WRX. That's right, about 7 months ago. It's been gone. Kind of regret it, but that's why I'm making this video. Got to go over everything. A lot has changed. A lot has changed in the last 7 months in my life and in my career, and maybe for this channel as well, and also what I'm driving these days. And yes, I sold my WRX for a Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line Turbo. I'm in the exact same location that I was in when I introduced my WRX to this channel about 2.5 years ago. And well, the vehicle that replaced the WRX is far from being inspiring, but there's a good reason as to why this is in front of me right now. At the end of last year, I had made a decision that it was time to take another leap into my career, and selling the Subaru WRX had to be done. There's also some other personal reasons as to why that car left. Nothing to do with the car itself, but it reminded me of a good friend that's no longer with us, and I just could not look at that car or drive it anymore, and that was also part of the motivation to getting rid of it. As some of you guys know, I run a larger channel called Boston Autoblog. It's been a channel that I've been running and creating content on for about 10 years now. And for most of that 10 years, I have filmed car reviews. I have gone to dealerships, over 24 dealerships in the Boston area I have worked with, and I wanted to take another step. I wanted to become an automotive journalist. I was done filming car reviews. It was either going to be become an automotive journalist, or it was going to be becoming a product specialist, which I'm not a stranger to. I did work with a Subaru dealership for about 4 years. Logically speaking, I probably should have bought another Subaru instead of selling the WRX over the GTI, but again, that's all water under the bridge at this point. But becoming a product specialist has always been something that's been on my mind, and that was the direction I was going in, heading into 2026. And then things changed 3 weeks after I bought that Volkswagen Tiguan. Well, this isn't good. We have a check engine light, and the digital dash is lit up like a Christmas tree. I'm currently in limp mode. It won't go above 4,000 RPM. This is fantastic. This is just really fantastic. Haven't even done 1,000 miles in this crossover. So, there's some bad news for the Tiguan. My year-long tester didn't even make it a month. So, I'm now in a Volkswagen Taos. While I was dealing with all of this and documenting my time with my first Volkswagen Tiguan, then getting the Volkswagen Taos loaner, having the dealership buy back my first Tiguan and swapping into the second one, I somehow landed on my press association's radar, my regional press association's radar. Now, I think I was already there long before any of this, long before I even bought my Volkswagen Tiguan, but I was linked in with people who were part of the association, and I was not aware of this. And with new leadership coming in at the beginning of the year, that new leadership just happened to be the people that I was linked in with. And they sent out an email and they said, hey, we love your work, we love what you do, and would you like to be a part of it? We think you're a great fit, and also we're heavily invested in your Volkswagen Tiguan situation. And I had gone back and forth on this. In fact, it took about 4 months for me to fully agree to it, which is crazy because, I wanted to be an automotive journalist. I wanted to get my hands on press vehicles, but I was very nervous to break away from what I had been doing for the past 5 years, working with dealerships and creating content whenever I wanted to. And I wasn't sure if I could still work with the dealerships and be a part of the press association with that being more traditional media. Sure enough, all those questions got answered by April, and I was voted in shortly thereafter. And ever since July, I've been getting press vehicles every single week, and it has been a blast. It has been really fun. What's really comical, though, is that none of this was even a thought in my mind at the beginning of the year, because I was going to be a product specialist. I was going to do Volkswagen content on this channel, more specifically. I was kind of done with doing car reviews. I was a couple of weeks away from, just moving on. And they reached out to me right at that time when I was ready to quit. Because I had applied to the press association 3 times, and it just never worked out. And I think, looking back on it, that was the right call, but also I needed to grow as a content creator. I needed to grow as an automotive journalist to even get in, to be worthy of this group. And here I am now with everything that I have endured and experienced, not only with the Volkswagen Tiguan, but the past few years where I had to be on camera. I need to be more present and really show my face more. It got me to a point where now I'm seen as an automotive journalist. I'm seen as a legitimate content creator. And it just happened to be that right now, under this new leadership, they want to bring in younger content creators that are not from traditional media. And at that point, the rest is history. So now that I'm settling into this new chapter of my career and also have a set schedule where I can work Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, anytime I want, I have a lot of free time now, even though I work more than I ever did before. I work a lot of hours now compared to when I was working with dealerships where I could only spend 3 hours with a vehicle. Now I get an entire week. But with that free time, I'm looking at this channel. I'm like, I kind of want to create more content again, whether it is product specialty work, product demos. I have no idea. It's a blank canvas. But I'm looking at the Tiguan. I'm looking at my GTI. I barely drive them. I barely drive my own personal fleet of vehicles. And this was supposed to be my year-long tester, which I'll probably keep until December. I might as well. It's already, the beginning of August. So, I only have 5 months left, and I want to stick to that commitment. But maybe it's time to look at a fun car. Maybe it's time to look at something else that's also part of the automotive industry that isn't journalist related, that isn't maybe even product specialty related. It could be just taking a look at fun cars for the sake of it. Take a look at old classic cars, older cars I always wanted to own. Maybe it's time to do that. Also, I've been looking at buying another Subaru WRX. I genuinely miss my WRX, even though it had to go for personal reasons, for career reasons. I want another WRX. I miss the 6-speed manual. I miss that platform. I've been looking at Galaxy Purple, believe it or not, and I've been debating, do I go with the premium again, or do I buy a TS that's on discount? These are all things that are on my mind right now, but I think the WRX is a phenomenal car. I'm gonna stand by that. If you're watching this video and you're sad that I sold my WRX, I wanna say this right now, do not do what I did. Don't sell your WRX, keep it. Keep that car, because if you're planning on selling your WRX for a Honda Civic Type R, Integra Type S, and Elantra, don't do it. Just don't do it. The WRX is a great car. Don't let the naysayers steer you away from this platform, because it is phenomenal. And I kind of regret selling it, but I had to. I had to sell it to get here. And I don't know, is it time for me to go back to a WRX, or is it time for something completely new? That's where the blank canvas comes in, and I'm excited to see what happens. I'm really excited about the future for the first time in a long time. And I'm excited to see what I can do with this channel still. Maybe vlog, maybe do behind the scenes work, maybe even create this channel to be kind of a second piece to Boston Law Blog. I don't really know. I really don't know. But the fact that I can have this time now, that I can relax, I can breathe again, and I can think about things instead of focusing on the next review at a local dealership, it's brought a lot of peace of mind. It's brought a lot of freedom, more importantly, and a lot of free time. And I'm really excited. I'm just really excited about what's going to happen over the next few months heading into 2027. And also maybe even more focused on what is next in my own personal fleet. What is the next car? What am I looking at buying? These are all things I'm going to have to consider and think about, but it's better than focusing on work, that's for sure. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video and kind of a bit of a backstory as to why I haven't been posting for the past 6 months, and also what happened to the Subaru WRX, because, I think some people could be upset with me for getting rid of the car, but there was a reason behind it, and I didn't get rid of it because of the car itself. It was just because I needed to move on to take that next step in my career. And here I am, and I also am in a place where if I wanted to, I could buy that WRX back anytime I wanted to. Guys, once again, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.